Hello friends, welcome to online course on non-conventional machining or advanced machining processes. So there are the different important parameters are there which affect the process, or you can say material removal rate. So first we will go for the parameter that is a frequency. So with the help of this graph we can explain this effect of frequency on material removal rate. So as shown in figure, the material removal rate increase linearly with the frequency. In practical also, the material removal rate increases with this frequency, but the actual characteristic is not exactly linear. The material removal rate tends to be somewhat lower than the theoretically predicted value. So this is the first parameter, that is effect of frequency. Now second parameter is amplitude. When the amplitude of vibration is increased, the material removal rate is expected to increase as shown in figure. The actual nature of the variation also I have shown on this figure. Again, the actual characteristic is somewhat different from the theoretical predicted one. This is the variation of material removal rate with amplitude. Next parameter is feed rate, or we can say static loading. With an increase in static loading, that is the feed force, the material removal rate tends to increase. However, in practice, it tends to decrease beyond a certain critical value of the force as the grain start getting crushed. The nature of variation of the material removal rate with the feed force for various amplitude, it is shown in this diagram. Next parameter is hardness or hardness ratio of the tool and the workpiece. Again, I have shown in the figure that is the ratio of the workpiece hardness and the tool hardness affect the material removal rate quite significantly, and the characteristic is shown in this figure. Apart from this hardness, the brittleness of the workpiece plays a very dominant role. Clearly, a more brittle material is machined more rapidly. Let us go for the next parameter, that is a grain size. We'll see the variation of the material removal rate with the grain diameter of grain size. As shown in figure, the material removal rate should rise proportionately with the main grain diameter. However, when diameter becomes too longer or large, approaches the magnitude of the amplitude, the crushing tendency increases, resulting in a fall in the material removal rate, as I have shown here. Let us go for the last parameter, that is the concentration of abrasive in this slurry. Since the concentration directly control the number of grains producing impact per cycle and also the magnitude of each impact, the material removal is expected to depend on this concentration. But as I have shown in this figure, the material removal rate is expected to be proportional to C raised to 1 by 4. That is a concentration. The actual variation of material removal rate, again with the abrasive, that is a boron carbide or silicon carbide, I have shown in this figure. Let us discuss what are the advantages of this ultrasonic machining process. First advantage is we can machine hard materials very easily using this ultrasonic machining process. Then no heat generation in work so there is no problem of work hardening or change in structure of the workpiece. Again, non-conductive material or metals or non-metals which cannot be machined by electrochemical machining of EDM can be machined by this uh, ultrasonic machining. Using this ultrasonic machining, no chip formations having a significant sizes. This is about the advantages. Let us see disadvantages. Low metal removal rate. It is difficult to drill deep holes as slurry movement is restricted. Then tool wear rate is high due to abrasive particles. Tool made from brass, tungsten carbide, MS or tool steel will wear from the action of abrasive grit with a ratio that ranges from 1 to 1 to 200 to 1. Using ultrasonic machining, we can use when the hardness of work is more than 45 HRC. Now last part of this lecture, that is applications of ultrasonic machining. The first application of this ultrasonic machining is machining of cavities in electrical non-conductive ceramics. Then used to machine fragile components in which otherwise the scrap rate is high. Then ultrasonic machining is used for multi-step processing for fabricating silicon nitride turbine blades. Larger number of holes of small diameter we can use for ultrasonic machining. 930 holes with 0.32 mm has been reported by one of scientists using hypodermic needle. Then ultrasonic machining used for machining hard, brittle, metallic alloys, semiconductors, glass, ceramics, as well as carbides. Then it is used for machining round, square, irregular shaped holes and surface impressions. It is used in machining of dies for wire drawing, punching and blanking operations. Again, it is used for machining operations like drilling, grinding, milling operations on the all materials which can be treated suitably with abrasives. USM has been used for piercing of dies and for parting of and blanking operation. USM enable a dentist to drill a hole of any shape on teeth without any pain. Ferrites and steel parts, precision mineral tones can be machined using ultrasonic machining. Then it can be used to cut industrial diamonds. It is also used for grinding cords, glass, ceramics. The last application is cutting of holes with curved or spiral central lines and cutting threads in glass and mineral or a metal or ceramic. So for this application we can refer ultrasonic machining. So this is about today's lecture.
Hopefully you might have enjoyed the lecture. Then please do like the video and know your thoughts in comments. Please do share this video among your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. After subscription you can press the bell icon to never miss the notification regarding our new videos. Thank you so much.